Hello everyone, I'm Jason Plotkin, the CEO and managing attorney at Pinder Plotkin. You might know me from my book, Crash Course to Recovery and Beyond, where I talk about my personal journey through 2 serious auto accidents. Because of those experiences, I'm deeply committed to helping families understand their legal options, especially when it comes to emerging legal issues. Today, I want to talk about something that's generating a lot of buzz, the potential lawsuits against manufacturers of ultra-processed foods. While our firm is not currently handling these lawsuits, it's important you hear what's going on and how it could affect you or someone you love. Over the last few months, more and more parents have been speaking up about kids diagnosed with type 2 diabetes or non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, conditions that were once rare in children. Some families feel the marketing and composition of ultra-processed foods played a major role in those diagnoses. Lawsuits have been filed, and legal experts are watching closely to see if this is a tipping point, much like the big tobacco lawsuits were decades ago. Before we dive in, let me be clear. Pinder Plotkin is not currently accepting these cases. However, we do stay ahead of the curve on many litigation trends because, ultimately, it's about protecting families. If these ultra-processed food lawsuits pick up steam and we decide to get involved, we want our community, and you, to have the facts necessary to make informed decisions. Let's start with some basics. Ultra-processed foods are the ones you see in the middle aisles of the grocery store. Products like sugary cereals, frozen meals, snack cakes, chips, and sodas. They're often filled with refined sugars, artificial additives, and preservatives. Research suggests these foods could be engineered in ways that can lead to addictive eating behaviors and serious health risks if consumed in large quantities over time. Now, there's emerging evidence linking frequent consumption of these foods to skyrocketing rates of childhood obesity, type 2 diabetes, and even non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Recently, a study in JAMA tied a 10% increase in ultra-processed food intake among children to a significant increase in BMI and higher rates of obesity in boys. These findings, along with others, are fueling the conversation about legal accountability. We've seen new lawsuits filed in places like Philadelphia. Plaintiffs are arguing that food manufacturers knowingly marketed potentially addictive, harmful products to children without disclosing the associated risks. Very similar to what we've seen with the tobacco and opioid litigations. Food giants like Kraft Heinz, General Mills, Coca-Cola, and others are already embroiled in legal skirmishes that could determine whether these lawsuits go nationwide. You may be wondering, what does this have to do with my family? Well, if your child, or even an adult in your life, has been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes or non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and you suspect it might be tied to regular consumption of these products, this conversation is more relevant than you might think. It doesn't mean you automatically have a claim, but it underscores the importance of staying informed. Many families have no idea that the foods they rely on for convenience could potentially be linked to serious long-term health complications, and that's why lawsuits like these could serve as a wake-up call, not just to big manufacturers, but to all of us, to demand better transparency about what we're putting on our plates. While our team at Pinder Plotkin isn't currently handling ultra-processed food cases, we're definitely monitoring developments. A big reason we want to share this update is because parents we work with in personal injury cases often ask us, "Hey, we heard about these new lawsuits on the news. What's the deal? Should we be worried?" My answer, pay attention to the science, speak with your healthcare provider, and if you think your situation might be tied to these issues, keep an eye on future legal announcements. That brings me to our call to action. If you want more information on these potential lawsuits, if you're wondering about whether you'd even qualify down the road, reach out. Send us a message at pinderplotkin.com or give our office a call. Even though we're not pursuing these claims at the moment, we'll keep your information on file, and we'll reach out if we choose to represent clients in this area. If nothing else, you'll walk away more informed about what's happening in the legal world. As someone who's personally been on the injured side of the table twice, I know just how crucial it is to have a legal team that truly understands your struggles and advocates tirelessly on your behalf. Yes, our main focus at Pinder Plotkin is personal injury law, but we also dedicate ourselves to keeping you updated on emerging risks and future litigation that might impact your family's well-being. You know, in my book, Crash Course to Recovery and Beyond, I talk a lot about how frightening it can be when life throws something at you that you never saw coming. Whether it's a bad car crash, a new diagnosis, or the realization that certain foods may have harmed your child's health, you need guidance, reassurance, and practical steps toward healing. At Pinder Plotkin, our motto is hardworking attorneys for hardworking people, and that doesn't stop at the cases we're currently handling. It's about being a resource for our neighbors and community members as well. The legal landscape around ultra-processed foods is evolving quickly. One lawsuit here, another lawsuit there, and suddenly you've got massive national litigation. I've seen it happen with other issues, and if it picks up steam, you're going to want a law firm by your side that can navigate complex claims and stand up to corporate defense teams. If that day comes, and if you or someone you love is facing type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease, or another health concern you believe is tied to ultra-processed foods, you'll want to know your options. At that point, give us a call. Let's talk. We may be able to help or guide you to someone who can. I'm going to wrap up here by reminding you that none of this is intended as legal or medical advice, just general information to help you stay informed. Always consult a qualified professional about your specific circumstances. And remember, if these lawsuits continue to grow, the decisions made in these courts could reshape the entire food industry. Thank you for spending time with me today. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more legal updates, and share this video with friends or family who might benefit. We're here to keep you in the loop, because staying informed is the first step in protecting yourself and your loved ones. I'm Jason Plotkin from Pinder Plotkin. Keep looking out for one another, and I'll see you in the next video.